Established since 1927, Queen's College has been involved in controversies, the latest being the groundwater pollution which resulted in the death of students. The Health Minister, Professor Isaac Adewale, paid a visit to the school on 23rd February to assess the situation and assured that a committee will be set up to investigate issues surrounding the death of the students. When LTV crew visited the school, which was to resume on Monday 27th February from the mid-term break, the principal was not accessible for comment on the incident. However, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Jide Idris, said the matter was brought to his knowledge late and the ministry has visited all the concerned to ascertain the cause of death of the students.
As a matter of fact, 2 children had died already. Quite a number of them were hospitalized. And we took all the list of the students who were in the sick bay, who were admitted to sick bay. We got there with 9 listed, and each one of them being visited at home. And this means that we need to find out precisely how they presented. It's just a way of trying to find out the cause of the illness. Like I said, there's nothing to worry about. Nobody has died again. We are having cooperation of the principal and the school authorities and even the old students of the school who are cooperating with us. The federal government has been good because it's a federal institution, and we had a combination of our team here in Lagos and the federal team have been to the school. They've gone back there today. We're taking samples. We're testing the samples now in the lab. Once we get the lab result, we'll know for sure what we're doing.
He assured that there is no cause for worry as everything is being done to safeguard the health of everyone in the school.
What we're dealing with is not something that can easily be spread. That much assurance I give to Lagosians. And if whatever it is we find, we provide the remedy. The point, the bottom line is that people must adopt positive behavior towards their health. Findings from the investigations were consistent with enteric fever or gastroenteritis. The infection will most likely spread through the contaminated water sources and infection by food handlers. We also want to emphasize that all proprietors of schools should ensure the same thing: adequate environmental sanitation and hygiene within their school premises, provision of safe water, appropriate refuse disposal, and that all kitchen staff and school vendors should undergo food handlers tests annually. We wish to strongly advise that the school resumption date be delayed till appropriate measures have been put in place for the safety of the school, of the students. As part of the ongoing intervention, parents of students of Queen's College who have come down with fever, diarrhea, or any of these symptoms with or without blood, vomiting or abdominal pain are advised to contact the disease surveillance officers of the Ministry of Health on the following numbers: 0803 717 0614, 0908 710 6072, 0802 316 9485, 0805 281 7243, 0802 644 1681.
We need to look after our kids. We need to protect, potable water. We need to protect what people are drinking, the type of water that they have access to, and we have the assurance of the people that are in charge that in a matter of hours, not even days, everything will be brought under, control. So we like to assure Lagosians we will fix it.
Meanwhile, Queen's College, being one of the heritage schools, has been facing challenges of overpopulation, poor infrastructure, among other challenges, calling for urgent attention to improve teaching and learning in the school. Kikelomo Jiebo, LTV News.
So I really want to advise Dr. Joseph and the old girls, if they really have concern for this college, the way they are spreading rumors about this college, I don't see any spirit of patriotism in them.
As of Thursday last week, only 4 girls were still on admission in Lasut and Luth. But yesterday, an official of the Lagos State Ministry of Health confirmed to me that more girls are being admitted at various hospitals in the state.
So far, about 11 students have been brought into the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital Lasut for treatment. That's according to the Chief Medical Director, Professor David Oke. He says there's improvement on 2 critical cases, while 2 have been discharged.
How are you? The House notes sadly, with utmost disappointment, media reports in respect of the outbreak of epidemic in Queen's College, Yaba, Lagos, leaving over 1,222 affected and 3 dead for reasons of abdominal pain, diarrhea, vomiting, and the rest of it. The House also notes that reports which attribute the outbreak of the epidemic to contamination of the water sources in the school with various pathogens and general poor hygiene environment, and that the deaths of these students, namely Vivian Osuri, Bithia Itulwa, and now Praise Shodipo, on the 15th, 22nd, and the 1st of February 2017, respectively, are traceable to their exposure to the unhealthy and unhygienic environment of the school. Aware that the highest crisis in the school has been in the news since the school resumed from the Christmas and New Year holiday in January 2017, and despite this obvious health crisis, the management of the school failed to take appropriate steps to safeguard the students. Instead, they concealed the facts, claiming that there was no outbreak of epidemic or death recorded in the school. Further aware that the case of Prince Shodipo, one of the students
Honorable Fred Abedi, PDP Bayelsa State, please go back to your seat. Go back to your seat, please. Fred Abedi.
Concerned that the current situation in Queen's College calls for a state of public health emergency in this institution, as young lives and future leaders have been lost carelessly, with many more endangered, leaving parents in tears and sorrow. Disturbed that the sacred duty of looking after children in a learning environment has been compromised having regard to the admission of negligence by the Ministry of Education, all stakeholders, particularly the federal government, must take decisive steps to ensure that firstly, this ugly and painful incident never reoccurs in any institution, and secondly, to ensure proper and uncompromised investigation of the case with a view of bringing all culprits to account. The House resolves, 1, that the Ministry of Health, or rather the Minister of Health, Minister of Education, and the then principal of the school should appear before the Committee on Health for interrogation and submit its report to the House within 2 weeks. 2, that the Minister of Health should take all necessary steps to forestall future occurrences and also to bring any personnel, if necessary, to book if any act of negligence is established. And 3, that the Federal Ministry of Health should work with the school management to resolve the epidemic issues in the school and also to ensure that adequate medical attention is made available to save the lives of the students now hospitalized in various hospitals in the country. And 4, but not the least, Mr. Speaker, the House resolves that alternative arrangements should be made for those who will be taking the West African School Certificate examination, because the school presently, as we speak, is closed. So we expect that alternative arrangement will be made for them to take their examination. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I rise to second the motion as moved by the leader of this House. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say no. Ayes have it.
It is federal government responsibility, not the PTA. PTA is to support.
The attitude the whole get on to this thing is even very amazing. What do I mean? Okay, you came in, you said the problem is water, and your intervention so far is that you are painting, you are changing formica. You know, I was really disappointed at the man that anchored that program, because when somebody told you, yes, it is all about water, it's all about typhoid, and you ask, what have you been doing? He said they have been painting, they have been changing formica, they have been, using industrial washing machine to wash the floor. Then the question is, what is the relationship between, that and the water?
The Queen's College have come back to the former glory. It is just people that are so much concerned about the Queen's College, the government, the PTA, the old girls came together to bring this school back to its face. Most of the things you see here, they have been here before, but they have not been at stage. In terms of maintenance, these are new buildings. Most of the things you see here are the old things, but maintenance have been the problem. You can see the dining place have been washed, cleaned, The thermicals changed. The old girls have to take the thermicals off the table, bring a new furniture to the dining, bring professional cleaners to clean the kitchen, go to the sick bay. Everything is working. DPT have taken about the water system, looking at the other infrastructures, putting fans, putting doors, putting most of the things, laying new pipes, and resorting the power set that have been down for years. So we can see it is a teamwork that brought this school back to the effect.
In a way I'm happy and in a way I'm not. First, in a way I'm happy in staying home. Coming back, going home, just to see my parents, my siblings, see their happy face and know that they are aware of my life and other things. And in a way I'm not, because I'm just being idle, reading on my own, and no learning more. But I go to lesson for more, but it's not like just going to school.
I feel happy that the school has resumed because staying at home, I think about the school, coming to the school.
I feel sad because I was not learning at home. I needed to come back to learn more. But I feel sad because of my mates died. So it was a terrible holiday for us. But now we've come back, I'm very, very happy. The school has totally changed.
I feel happy finally that we've come to school and water problem has finally been resolved. Our dorm has changed, the color has changed, and everything is now better.
You should dress the way you want to be addressed. The students have seen a brand new Queen's College. I saw the students, one of them just took water, pure water. That one threw the what do you call it? The pack down. The other one pick it immediately. Looking at the environment is clean. And what I want to say is this: as a PTA, we will not go back again. We will continue to maintain this college. We will continue to maintain it to the best we expected of. We will not going back again to the old system. We will continue to maintain, and the federal government have seen their lapses. I think they are going to continue with this good work so far put in place.